is a complete disaster. Cookie jars are empty. The snacks are still to go away. And this, I cannot. It's always like that, no matter how hard I try. And I've been trying for 2 days to do a kitchen reset, so let's go. Here's where we're at right now. I just recently got these potatoes from the Buy Nothing group, so I need to deal with them. The rice left over from the Aldi challenge, and this is just my corner set up all the time with the flowers in the cookbook. I need to make some pizzas. This is some longer bread rolls that my friend gave me. I'll probably turn it into garlic bread. Just some, what is there? Oh, the bakery things from my friend. Some rolls, the half loaf of bread dishes. Oh, I've been keeping the crusts for the loaf of bread. Dirty dishes. These get thrown out. Back in the cupboard. Clean dishes. Dirty dishes. Dirty dishes. Eggs. Bread. We're pretty much out. Need to deal with those bananas. Dishes. I need to deal with that. And we have a fly in here. Oh my gosh, it's annoying. More dirty dishes. Great. And in the fridge. Need to make some more strawberry jam. This avocado is probably on its last legs. Peaches, which no one is eating. Garlic. I need to work out how to mix that with butter so I don't put pure minced garlic on bread. My mum gave me this cream, which I'll probably turn into butter because it has an expiry on it. And these were the little sauces she got with her Parmigiana chicken thing, but she didn't want them, so we'll probably use them. Beetroot, Cole sliced cheese, Costco sliced cheese, ham for sandwiches. Need to fix that up with some lettuce, which is here. The last little bit of grapes, Costco sliced cheese. And these are all leftover meal things. So chicken I need to shred, pulled pork. There's a shepherd's pie in there, some curry chicken in there, and some cooked bacon. Cheese drawer. Thank you, fridge. Broccoli, I need to chop. Chow mein. Chicken that I cooked that I'm going to blitz up. One pizza. Grapes. Oh, my block of cheese was in there. And ow. Okay, more pizza bases, ham, tomatoes. I need to deal with that. Hot sauce, bacon. 2 cauliflowers, carrots, schnitzel, and sliced cheese. And 3 lots of butter and pasta. Sauces, juice, cream. I got these marked down. I was with my mum and I was going to get them for the cooking thing on the live. Some mushrooms there. Why they're not in there, don't ask me. Oat milk. This is the last iced coffee that we have, and I've just put that in there, which I think I talked about in the last video. This is empty. Aioli and chocolate sauce. So I need to make some chocolate milk and do some other food prep things and shut the fridge because it's getting angry. I also think I'm going to clean this. It's a mess. And what's in here? A hot mess. Right. This is more of the pulled pork. My mum didn't want it, so she gave it to me. She froze it and it came straight home within about 15 minutes. So yes, we'll get there and we'll shut that before it complains too. First, I just mostly tidied up the bench area so I could do some filming. I have another channel, The Hopeless Housewife, where I do a lot of my cleaning and decluttering. So go and check it out if you're looking for some inspiration. And the rest of the cleaning of this kitchen is over there. First things first, we're going to make some chocolate milk. So we have our own, and we've got the milk here. We love chocolate milk in our house. It helps to stretch out the iced coffee because we have people that like to drink straight out of the bottle. So if they come to the fridge, they see chocolate milk and they pick that up and take a swig out of it instead of taking a swig of iced coffee. And I've made this syrup before on the channel, so I've linked the video to that. And it is just totally up to you, the preference of how dark you like it. The most important task is going to be cookies, so let's deal with that first. We do have these cookies here. There's a couple left, but they're no one's favorite, and it's not because they're from a certain store, just that people enjoy my homemade a lot more. So I'm going to use one of these butters because I don't even know where my other homemade butters are. But we have this. I should have left it overnight on the bench, but yeah, I'm not organised. Everything's out ready for cookies, and it's right about this time I discover I have no condensed milk and I need to make some. I haven't made it before, but they'll be handy to make it again so I can film a little bit of it so I can upload a video how to make condensed milk from home, because we need some. And then that helps with the video. This is what I saw another content creator do. So 2 cups of white sugar and then 1 cup of water, and then you give it a bit of a mix, and then you put it on the stove to boil just on a low heat and just on a little bit of a rolling boil. And once it's a nice clear consistency with it boiling, you take it off the stove, put it into your stand mixer, and then you add in 3 cups of powdered sugar and you give it a whisk. I agree, but the content creator said that it will still be a little bit grainy. It won't be as smooth compared with if you were mixing this in, say, a blender. However, the taste, it was not sweet. I could tell that it's trying to be condensed milk, but to me it wasn't quite there. So I think if I do it again next time, I might only do 2 cups of powdered sugar. This is the powdered milk. This is powdered milk I'm using. And you just give it a bit of a mix in the blender or the mix master. Give it a stir every now and again because some of the powder did go up onto the sides. And it has worked as a consistency in the cookies, but it's not sweet if it was to be on its own or for like a ice cream sauce or something. I sterilized both of these jars and then I poured in the mixture, and each jar is approximately 400 grams. So just a bit over the tin, which is about 395 grams. I will have to work out what all the pricings are because I haven't compared that with home brand. But the cookies still turned out okay, so that's a little bit of a blessing. And next I'll have to sit down and work out the pricing and if it's worth it for us moving forward, because I do enjoy making it. It's quick and simple. I probably forgot to mention also that my fridge is a working fridge, which means there's food coming in and out of it constantly. I was also trying to reset the fridge around meals, so I was trying to show this beautiful look at our fridge progressively being emptied out, but it doesn't work that way when things are coming in and people want lunch and dinners and we got leftovers. It's all happening. Okay, we're eating half of that. I'm gonna put it in a container, stick it in the fridge where it probably will only live for a couple of days because we'll re-have it for dinner to clear it out. Here's the mince meat from the Aldi challenge. So if you watch that video, this is where it comes back. I just cooked it to show you the hack. You can see the saucepan there to the side about how to deal with the fat. And it's funny, this meat actually sat in a container in the fridge for a couple of days to have tacos because I cooked it early so I could save it for that night. I was really busy and there was still some fat in there. So for the people that were saying, oh, you've gotten rid of most of the water, it was fat, trust me. And I could tell because as soon as it cooled down a little bit in that pot, it hardened up. So I'm sharing because all of the things that I do in the kitchen, it's like a puzzle piece. There's all little bits and pieces of it and it all eventually comes together, but it can take a little bit of time. So I share in case you're following along. on the journey. The chicken left over from the Audi challenge, we shredded that up. That's ready for a meal. And we've got the tomatoes here that I can't pull out one-handed, so I put that down. I've washed them and I've just got them in a pot of hot water to soften them a little bit to get the skins off. And while that's happening, we're going to get started on the cookies that I only get done now in the evening. And here's the condensed milk that's been in the fridge thickening up, and oh my gosh, is it thick. So I will be sharing with you what I did and how I will be doing it in the future. I'm also on the use it up. I've got some Neapolitan sprinkles that were in the cupboard because I'm told that people were preferring the cookies with just the sprinkles. It makes it easier and cheaper for me. And there wasn't many, so I just threw in some chocolate sprinkles as well, just to help spread it out a little bit. And then, as you can probably see, it's really late at night when I'm making this, so I'm too tired to actually turn the oven on and bake any cookies. So instead I just put all the mixture into the parchment paper and just rolled it up into logs, and it went into the fridge and it sat there for about 4 days until I did my next Sunday reset, because what can I say, it's been a week. So doing one quick simple fridge kitchen reset, it wasn't just a couple of hours and here we go, because there were so many bits and pieces I needed to do, and that's me. So please don't be like me, but I share because it's a journey. And I hope that people will enjoy. And if you're struggling, you're not alone, because I always have the best intentions that I'm going to get things done and that I'm going to be organised enough and I'm going to create some great content around it. And it doesn't always go to plan. As I said in the intro, I've been attempting to do this for 2 days, but I've had so much admin and other bits and pieces happening that I had to deal with, and then finally got around to doing this, and it still took me a couple of hours each afternoon and into the evening to get everything done. The tomatoes have been sitting in the hot water for about half an hour, so I just gave a little cross on the bottom and the skin peeled right off, so that was really good. And then I was following the lady's directions from the YouTube channel, see if I can remember to link it down below, and she said you just cut out the hard core of the middle of the tomato. Well, my tomatoes were very soft and squishy, so as fast as I was trying to cut the core out, they were just disintegrating. So I decided to ignore the knife and just squeeze them with my hand into the pot and then pull out the core that way. I cooked them on the stovetop for about half an hour, but I didn't do the base of cooking onion and garlic and things like that. I have trouble working out tastes and things, how they should go, but this is going to go into a lasagna thing anyway. So I've got some pizza bases that were left over from, you would have seen on the bench before, and I got some ham that was marked down from Coles. So I'm going to use the last little bit here of the passata sauce, and I might mix it in with some of this tomato sauce. And when I open up the jar, I see it's moldy, so that's a no from me. I did get it on clearance for like 90 cents. So now we're going to pray that this passata sauce will stretch out to all the bases, and it did. I just used a little bit of tomato sauce on my son's ham, cheese and pineapple pizza because he does enjoy that. I used the leftover mushrooms to make my daughter's pizza. And then into the fridge, we have these little marinara sauces things that my mum gave me, as well as some cream she didn't want anymore. So I'm going to put the marinara sauces into the pot of tomato sauce thing, and I'm just going to blitz it all up. Fun fact, do not wear a white shirt when you are blitzing up tomato products, or have a deeper pot, because I ended up wearing some of it, which is fine. It is what it is. I washed both of these containers that I've had for a while with really hot water, so sort of a bit de-sterilizing, and I filled them up. They're nearly 700 grams each, and I will just put them back in the fridge ready for when we make a lasagna. That will be good instead of the diced tomatoes. And I had some sausages left over from the meat tray that I won, so I'm just going to throw them into the freezer. And we had some grapes here, some from me, some from mum. So I washed them and got rid of any of the dead ones. But as fast as I was washing them, people were coming in to eat them. So they didn't even make them back in the fridge. I've got some croissant things that were left over from a bakery that my friend gave me. And just got some leftover food there. We'll deal with this cauliflower as well. So sausages are in the freezer, and the cauliflower and the broccoli is in the freezer. There is no room for anything else. So, oh my gosh, we are in trouble. I've got a lettuce, so we'll need to wash that and then put it in a container so it's there ready for lunches. And I find that if I have the lunch set up there, so it's like lettuce, beetroot, cheese and ham, people have been having sandwiches or wraps for lunch because they see food and eat it. So it makes really good sense for us. Then there's no food waste, and then people aren't just snacking through the day, they're actually eating really good food. In full transparency, this is the pulled pork that I shredded in the Mixmaster nearly 2 weeks ago now. No one's eating it, and I was going to put it into like a stew, but it's just, I don't think it's going to work. So I'm just going to chuck it. We've got the other one there, and the taco meat that I cooked is going to go into the fridge with the shredded chicken, and then we will have that ready for meals during the week. A little bit of reorganizing the fridge and putting back a few bits and pieces. Make some space here to put the pizzas that I cooked up here, because as I mentioned before, my family need to see food to eat it, and it's becoming a staple now that there's pizzas in this clear container and it sort of sits on the shelf. And they went very fast. It was one lunch and then one dinner and the pizzas are gone. I still had one at the end of the week, because my son does rotate through what he has for lunch. And then the cookie dough, which we didn't get around to cooking, is going to just sit and chill in the fridge for the next 3 or 4 days, which I had no idea at the time. And the pasta sauces are just down here as well in the door. Okay, the cookies are back, and I didn't get around to them straight away, so the mixture's gone a little bit soft. They hardened up in the fridge because they're made of butter, what can I say, but sitting on the bench they went soft very, very quickly. I was going to cut them as slices and put them on the tray like I normally do when the logs are really hard, but I had to roll each one of these into a bowl and then put it out onto the tray. So I cut the whole log into pieces so I could just pick up each piece. Some pieces were bigger than others, of course. You don't always cut things the right way. and some of it was very crumbly as well, which was interesting. So I don't know if that's the condensed milk or what. I will experiment further with them, but I know that I've made condensed milk before a different way and it worked really well. So I'm going to keep practicing on my technique and then see if I can get a really good result, because also, as I mentioned before, checking on the pricing, I'm curious to know if it will be cheaper and work out better. Anyway, I cooked all 3 of the logs over time, and then all the cookies are into the jar to fill the pantry, which is the most important bit. I love having hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. My son and I eat them, and it's good that it's a protein snack. He will often have one at lunch. So my trick is that I boil the kettle and then I put the eggs in with the boiling hot water, and then I put it on the stove for 10 minutes and they come out perfect every single time. Peeling them, however, is a completely different story. Don't even get me started on that. Thank you to everybody who gave me tips and tricks. I've tried the teaspoon method. I think I dug more holes into the egg than what I did. And the rest of the eggs I'm going to put into the egg cartons and then put them away in the fridge. Time to deal with the bacon. I've been meaning to do this for a while and I just haven't felt like eating it on the weekend, which is a huge thing for me. I need to feel like eating the food. We haven't eaten it, so we need to deal with it and then throw it in the freezer. So first thing is I had to find where the middle was and pull it apart. I am pretty sure that when I ordered middle bacon, like just that fat bit of bacon, not these rashers. Anyway, I learnt my lesson, and I think I shopped online. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to pull out the big fat medallion pieces and put them to the side, and I'll save those when I feel like having bacon and eggs. They're going to get chucked into the freezer. The rest of the rasher, I went through and I picked out any more bits of the bacon, and there were some shorter pieces there near the top of the rasher that I'm going to keep to cook when we have like burgers and stuff, so you can have a couple of little pieces of bacon. And then all the other little bits I pulled out, and I'm going to chop all of those up into little pieces, and I'm going to cook them, also throw it in the freezer. And then I've got bacon bits if I want to do like a roasted potato thing or a salad or anything else like that. Now, I know that I shared on Instagram about the bacon rind, and I was like, what do people do with this? And everyone's like, that's the best bit. My husband had his gallbladder out a couple of years ago, and he can't really have a lot of fat. It just goes straight through him. And I don't know if I'm expert enough to be able to render it down to get the fat out to be able to use it for potatoes or anything like that. So for now we have 3 different lots of bacon, and I'm happy with that until I do a little bit more research and figure out what's the best way to move forward. So if you have any tips and tricks, please let me know down below how to render bacon fat and then what it's used for. I know I've heard duck fat, like duck fat potatoes. Again, please let me know. I am an amateur cook, very much so. Our fridge door is starting to look very empty, and there was a request for more chocolate milk because they can see the container. So I've grabbed a UHT out of the cupboard, and at least that uses up the chocolate milk from the jar. It's right about now that I figure that this jar is not waterproof. Put a little bit of milk in there to shake it all around, because that's what you do to get the last bit out of anything. And I end up with more chocolate milk on the bench than what I think I did in the milk bottle. But I got the last bit out, so that's good. And let me tell you, this chocolate milk isn't going to last very much longer either. I'm really happy that I had the UHT milk in the cupboard to use. That's the whole point of it. And it helps me and it helps the family. Win-win. It's time to deal with the cream, and of course we're going to make butter because that's just the quickest thing. I do have ideas for chocolate mousses and everything else down the track, but as I always say, add it to the list and we'll get around to doing it. So it took about 10-15 minutes to whip it up. I was trying to record the process a little bit as I was going. I've made butter on the channel before, so you can check that video out. I'll link it down below. But it's so super easy. I don't salt my butter, but the butter is going into the freezer pretty soon. I do just put it in the fridge because I needed the visual to put it in there, but you'll see later I end up putting it into the freezer because I have a plan for this butter to make some more cookies down the track. So stay tuned because you'll want to see how I make more things homemade. And then of course from butter we have buttermilk. So I've got this cute little milk container. I got this from my mum ages ago. I think it was at Coles for like $1 on clearance or something. And I said, how cute. The next thing I know, she bought it. So buttermilk. And we'll probably use that to make some buttermilk pancakes. So again, stay tuned. So like this video and subscribe because you'll want to see what we get up to. Here's the shredded chicken that we put in there earlier. That was on top of the taco mixture that we've since eaten. And we're not going to do anything with it yet, so I'm just going to put it in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the freezer, and then I know I've got something there if I want to make like a quick pasta bake or something like that. Don't do what I do and tip half of it onto the bench. It's really important that we don't waste food. And label your Ziploc bag too, because the amount of times I've put shredded chicken in the freezer and after a month I haven't been able to figure out what it is, so make sure you label things. Also, it's time to deal with this pasta as it hasn't been eaten. It will freeze very well. This pasta is one of those emergency things ready for my daughter. She's a vegetarian, and so I just divide it up into the 2 different Ziploc bags that I didn't weigh. I just sort of eyeball it. And then when my daughter feels like pasta, because it's not a dish that she reaches for often, she will just mix up some diced tomatoes with some passata sauce and some herbs, and then that's her sauce. But sometimes it can be a bit of an effort to try and make the sauce because I will ask her to help me if I'm in the kitchen doing other things, and it can get very overwhelming with everyone trying to be in the kitchen at the same time. So we're working on it, but at least we have the pasta here. And also sometimes I've used this pasta mixed through mincemeat if I want something different, or also layers of lasagna. That works really well as well. And also I thought I'd make that second batch of cookies, so I've got the butter and the condensed milk. One, I really wanted to have my jar back that had the condensed milk in it. Not that I really wanted to use the butter because this is good Western style butter, and I buy this butter when it's on clearance for $5 for 500 grams from Foodland. You can get 8 blocks at a time, so I often go and stock up then. This mixture I put coloured sprinkles through this time, and again I'm just gonna roll it into logs and then it can just sit in the fridge, so when the previous cookies that I made have run out, I've got these. So they're pretty quick and simple then to just chop up like you've seen me do before, and then roll them into balls, because I'm sure that's what I'll have to do with this mixture as well. This is me just giving myself some sign language to remind me to tell you what I'm doing. So the butter that we had previously put in there, we're going to put into the freezer, and the cookies can go in here now. Cleaning out the pantry, we've got an empty container after I just said that no one eats the cookies. And then I found a single Oreo, so that's the cookie tax. And I just need to organize the snacks more than anything. So it's as I've said before, I need containers or food that people can visually see, so it's seafood and eat it. So it's putting all the muesli bars where they need to go and all the chips in the right place. I did go to Kmart looking for those bigger plastic drawers to put all the chips in so they could hold a lot more, but they didn't have any, so I'm taking it as a sign right now that it's a no for right now. It's maybe not a no forever, and we're doing the best we can with what we have. I would like to get a better system, but for now it's fine as it is. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. So this top section, as I've said before, the very top shelf is all like our stockpiling type things. So the UHT milk, pasta, and the stuff that we just don't reach for very often. This middle section is all the snack section. So the muesli bars and the chips and the crackers and the biscuits and anything else. And then the shelf under that is the breakfast shelf. So all of our cereals. There's some ice cream cones right at the back there. And we also have some spreads in there. We often put the apple juices in there, sauces in there, anything that people want to frequently reach for, that's always in there. On the shelf too, for this breakfast thing, I found under a container that a container of golden syrup had tipped over, so I had to spend time cleaning that. And luckily, the golden syrup we have, it's an imitation golden syrup, so it's not as thick as honey, so it wasn't as sticky and as like trying to clean the mess up of honey is. So it didn't take me as long as what I thought, so I'm super grateful for that. Here is our beautiful pantry the next day, and with my phone that's fixed, so beautiful clear vision, looking very good. I don't know how long half those snacks are gonna last, but at least they're here. And right down the bottom is all our snack section, which I will go through when I'm doing a little bit of a stockpile to look at the next shopping haul and how we're going to move forward. And after a quick wipe over, I promise I did more than just chuck a sponge in there. We have a beautiful, well-presented fridge to show to you. So all our butters are up the top. Chocolate milk, look how empty that is. Oh, my heart is singing, I tell you. I do like having food in the fridge, but having things nice and easy to see is beautiful as well. All our sauces down the bottom ready for meals. In our bottom drawer is that one lonely butter. This one is completely empty. We've got our biscuit mix there, eggs, hubby's hot sauce, which he doesn't reach for often. Beautiful empty shelf, cheese drawer, and everything else. So thank you so much for joining with me, the reset. Please let me know if you reset your kitchen, wipe out your fridge often or anything. And any other questions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I so appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.